moving right along. Our next one, I know that it's like, especially since like that time where the world shut down, we won't use words. Um, People have gotten
I forget that.
into plants and gardening. And I can tell you that my house is full of plants. My wife is super into this. So she was so excited when these guys launched on Grommet and came into play. It is Plant Warrior, and they have a product called the Root Warrior to strengthen the roots of your plants. I know, ladies, we don't want to kill the plants. We want to keep them strong and living long. You spend your time, your energy, your resources on these plants. And so my wife was gracious enough to allow me to have a planter on live internet TV. She's like, just don't break it. But this is obviously it's a planter, but inside of it, you can see we have a root warrior in here, and this is the small root warrior. There are multiple sizes, so if you have bigger pots, I think Marcy had the whole little like pyramid going on there in a second. We'll bring her back in just a minute. But what you want is you want a pot that's about double the size of the root warrior, and you put it in just in just like a cone, right, like a traffic cone. You put it in here. You add your soil. You add all the good stuff, your vibes, whatever you do to make your plants grow. Add the plant to it, and this is going to help strengthen the roots of your plant. And it also prevents over watering, which is something, my wife is always like, do I water again today? Do I not water today? She's talking to all her friends. They got like group chats about this, about, how much they need to water their plants. And so this helps prevent overwatering the plants and making sure that the roots don't get overwatered, and it will keep your plants alive longer. It is ingenious. It is super cool. And I know for all of you folks that are into planting, into gardening, Root Warrior is something you definitely need to check out. So that's my gardening expertise. That was it. That's all I got on that. So I'm going to let you take it over and maybe share some other pointers about this really, really cool product.
Well, I'm kind of impressed, Greg. And I also have to say, give a shout out to your wife, Jen, because she's always such a trooper that she always tries everything out for us that we're not able to. So thank you, Jen, for doing that. I love that Tanya is here, the inventor of Root Warrior. She's inside the chat, and she just enlightened us to a very important piece of information. And that is that evidently he did not see his shadow. So what does that mean? It's making a rare prediction for an early spring. So you can get a head start on that early spring by picking up your Root Warrior. Now, I was very, very happy when I saw this on Grommet, and that I knew that we got to talk about this, because I was one of those that during that time period that we're trying to forget, I did get really into gardening, and I actually love gardening. For me, it's very therapeutic. It's something I look forward to on the weekends. I just love it. However, I am terrible at it. I will admit I do not have a green thumb whatsoever. So any help I can get in terms of keeping my plants alive, I am going to jump on. And as an inventor myself, I'm always excited to go to the website and learn about these inventions that are so clever. So I did spend some time on her website, and I encourage you to do that too, to understand how this works. It is so brilliant. It seems so simple. It's a plastic, looks like a little, in fact, my son Colin and I are going on a cruise to Mexico, and he said, Mom, maybe we can bring these to Mexico as decorations for the sombreros. And I thought that was very cute. But so they seem so simple, but when you go to our website, there's a part that says technology, I think, and it describes how it works. And every little detail on this is there for a reason. There is nothing that is not thought through. And so when you read about every detail, you will learn why this is so brilliant and why it really works. When you read the reviews, you'll see everyone's saying, oh my gosh, this is like a new world for my plants. It actually works. Because what it does on a very basic level is this is slanted at 15 degrees. And she was very methodical about doing that, because what that does is it keeps the soil from getting too compacted. And when the soil isn't compacted, you're able to have air and water flow. So it keeps this perfect balance of air and water for the healthiest, strongest plants you can possibly have. And then this base right here is designed to draw water away from the roots, because what happens, why most plants die, is because they're overwatered. So there's too much water going to the roots, and it's just kind of percolates down, and then it sits there. So if you've ever taken a pot apart and you look at the roots, and they just look all kind of twisted up and mangled and moldy even. That's why. So this does away with all of that. And so it makes it foolproof for you to create or not create, but grow very strong, healthy plants. And I know if you're challenged like me, you will appreciate that. I've not gotten to use it yet, but I've read all the technology and I know it's going to work and I can't wait. And I love that it's for indoor, it's for outdoor, it's for pots. You can use it in ground, you can use it in raised beds. So it's really very multi-use and very smart. And I'm just so excited about it. And Tanya, kudos to you for creating it. I saw on your website that you're also doing some pots that have it built in. Brilliant. So well done again. She's saying she doesn't have a green thumb now. She doesn't have a green thumb either, but she does now. And I'm looking forward to my green thumb.
And as usual, you know that she's going to hook you guys all up with a 20% discount. Takes it from $67.88 to $54.30 for the Plant Warrior. And I know some of you have killed some plants that have added up to well more than $54 in your life, and you would want them back. Make sure that they live all through the spring, summer seasons and keep those plants green. Tanya, thanks so much for being a part of this. I just wanted to say, you know, on the brand side, I get to see some really cool stuff from some of the incredible makers. She has done such a cool job of promoting this and sharing this. She like retooled her entire homepage to talk about Grommet. And so I just want to say, from someone who gets to, you know, see this stuff all the time, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. You're who we love supporting and helping. And hopefully you get a nice little boost this week from the Grommet community. They're already over 100 upvotes, 120 upvotes right now, but we need to get this to 150. Let's get it to 200. Let's get it to 300 over the next couple days. And Tanya said, yeah, the discount is actually site-wide, not just on this product. So anything that you see on the site, use that Grommet 20% code, and you're going to get 20% off your order, which is awesome. Yeah, I agree. Great Valentine's Day gift, great Mother's Day gift. That's the cool thing. Save this in your My Votes. Give them an upvote today, and, you know, maybe in a couple weeks as you're getting ready for those Mother's Day gifts. This is definitely great. So, Tanya, thanks for hanging out with us today. Great job to the Plant Warrior folks. Go and check that out.